And yes, how the web usually work. You give three keywords: browser, HTTP, and server, and how they kind of like how the process in which they tend to like their functions tend to intertwine with each other. The
All right.
browser, you said the browser is like, how will I put it? It's like, for example, let's use Chrome.
Yes.
Chrome, for example.
Yes.
Uh, the browser is, I think, from what I recall, because I've not did do some revision on that. Say
All
the
right.
browser is maybe Chrome itself. The server is when you maybe search for something. The server is what gives feedback. That's gives the response. It takes that in and like display, like give out the result on that. And like the server is more of a broad, like different wide variety of informations are there. So it depends on the information you're trying to extract. That's what the server will give you. The browser in this point is Chrome. Why the HTTP? The HTTP is the person that is like making this research.
All right.
Let's go
Continue.
on.
Yes. Yes. Go on.
Okay, okay, the note is there. Although that's what I actually remember. Sure.
All right. So I'll quickly do I will do a recap before we move forward. So we'll talk about front end development and back end development. Actually, what we talked about last week was that, or the last time we met was that we just do a quick revision, a quick introduction to web development as a whole, and um, how the web works, and you need to use the tools you need to use, some other things like that. So we talk about how the web works. So we think web as like a platform where you order food. Your browser is you that is ordering the food. Then the server, which is the back end side, is the kitchen that make the food. Then the HTTP is the connection between you that is ordering the food and the server that is trying to fetch the food for you. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Ehen. So as the browser, what you do is, or as the user, what you do is you type the website address on the browser. Then the browser asks the server for the website. Then the server send back the pages that the owner of the website have created. Then you're able to see it on the browser. So you can use Chrome, you can use Firefox, you can use Opera Mini, etc. as the browser. So we also talk about the tools that you need to build a complete website. We talk about VS Code. It is a code editor. We have many of them. We have several of them, but the one that is popular is called VS Code. Then we have the browser, which is the Chrome, for you to see and to test your website. We have Node.js and npm. This for to run model front end projects actually. Then okay, we also talk about Git and GitHub. We say Git commands are command that is used to track changes in your code, the history when uploading your file into your GitHub this thing platform. They also said that GitHub is a online storage for your code, just as YouTube is an online storage for video. You can store your picture, some of your picture, your videos on Facebook too. Maybe you take a picture today now and you save it on Facebook. In the next 10 years, you can still go there and see it. So that's how GitHub also works. It's just like an online storage platform for your code. And Git Git is different from GitHub. Git is command prompt that developers use to track their progress. You understand? So what GitHub and Git helps you to do is GitHub helps you to save your code, share your project with other developers, and you're able to work with you able to work with other developers, so then it also help you to build your portfolio. So that's the basic things we talk about last time we have a meeting. So today we'll talk about, sorry, so today we'll talk about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is the fundamental languages for front-end development. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we'll look at them one by one for front-end before we now move to model frameworks that we'll now talk about. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So web development refers to the process of building and maintaining websites or web applications that run on the internet. We already understood that last time we have a meeting. So this picture that you're seeing here basically explain everything I've been telling you or I've been explaining. So you are the user here, then this is the browser, and this is the website. You as a user, when you type the URL of any website, maybe desu.com or desu.ng or desu.edu.ng, any website that you type, you are sending a request to the server. Look at the server here. This is the server. This is server, right? Then
Yeah.
this URL that you are seeing here, when you send it, you are sending it as a request. Then there's what we call DNS server. This DNS server translates this your URL, this www.academy.com. It translates it into what we call IP, which is that IP now for all device that you have. When it comes to internet, right? When it comes to anything internet, what they actually work with, it is called IP address. You understand? Your laptop have IP address, your phone have IP address, your internet that you are using currently, you now have IP address. So this is what programming or internet understand. They only understand IP addresses. Do you understand? So this URL that you are seeing here now, DNS server will help you to translate it into corresponding IP address. Then to now send it to the server. You send it to the server. So let me show you one of the example of the IP address I'm talking about. We have localhost. Localhost. Okay, let me not use this browser. Let me use my other browser. I'm coming. Just hold on. Just hold on. I'm coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, this is an example of a browser that you're seeing. Can you see it? 127.0.0.1 is an example of IP address. 127.0.0.0.1. Yeah, you can also see another one such as uh, .8.0.0.1. So those are example of IP address. So when this,
The IP address, I thought it's like a means of identification for like the particular maybe laptop or mobile phone that is being used.
yes, mobile phone, laptop, internet, anything that concerns technology at all, even though it is internet, even though you are trying to access a website, they always generate IP address. But the IP address, you are not seeing it. What you are seeing is this URL, this
Okay.
http www.academy.com or or your desu website desu.ng.com, those kinds of those are the domain name that you are seeing. But IP address is always attached to it. So this URL now is being will be translated to IP address using this DNS server, so that you can able to access the server, because the server only understand IP address. So when you access the server will now send a response. It will now send a response to get your web to fetch your website for you.
Okay.
Yes, you're seeing it now. Send response is store or generate a website. Then you will now see the website. So user browser expect to see website. So that's how it works. You now understand?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So we now move to the three core technologies for front end, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then we also have Bootstrap too. So what is HTML? HTML is the backbone of any web page at all. It defines the structure and the content of the website. So just look your website as a house, as a house. So okay, let me ask you this question. If you want to build a house, what are the basic things you need?
If you want to build a house,
Yes, the basic thing you need.
first of all, you need design planning.
Uh-huh.
I should keep listening.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. After your design planning, you need the maybe the materials.
Right. So what are the materials that you need?
First of all, you need sand, you need gravel, you need this road for foundation, you need cement. There are a lot of things, nails, all those normal building material stuff.
All right. So you need materials, right? That's what I want to hear. And those materials are are your sand, the blocks, this water, the cement, all those things.
Yeah.
Now, those are the things you need to build the house. Mm. So now what I'm trying to tell you now is that HTML is what you
Mm.
use to build the house. But HTML now have some elements, some materials that you will use. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So just know that you HTML is used to build the structure, which is it is used to build the structure of the house, to make it complete. Okay, I want to build three bedroom flat. To okay, what I will use to build it is HTML. There's no painting, there's no coloring, there's nothing, but it will build the house for you. So after building the house, and what you use and what you need to build the house are those elements, those materials, those sand, those water, those cement, the nails, all those things. So after building the house for you, you will now need to paint. You need to paint the house. You need to make it beautiful. You need to make it like top notch, using color, using flower, painting, all those kind of stuff. You understand? So those things, those painting, those beautification that you are doing, it is the CSS that is doing it. But we'll get there, sha. We'll get there. We'll get to that CSS. But I just want you to know that HTML, it is what you will use to build the structure of your website. And
Okay.
the full meaning, or the full meaning is hypertext markup language. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is not the programming language actually. HTML is not the programming language. It is just hypertext markup language. So it is basic scripting language used by web browsers to render pages on the World Wide Web. You know what we mean by World Wide Web now?
Yeah.
So HTML is the basic
Yes. Yes.
scripting
I do.
language used by web browsers to render pages on the world, on www, all this kind of stuff. So we move to key concepts in HTML. key concept HTML. So how HTML files look like. This is how it is arranged. You are seeing documents, you are seeing root elements, HTML, you are seeing this element, head element, you are seeing another element too, title element, you are seeing another element, body, you are seeing another element, h1, another element, a heading, anchor tag, attributes, text. So this is how it is arranged. No worry, I'll still show you my VS Code though, but I'm just trying to explain so that you get everything first before we move to coding.
Okay.
Yeah. So for anytime you want to write HTML file, you can name it anything. You can name it banner.html or house.html or website.html, anything at all. You can name it anything at all. But when naming it, make sure that it has that .html extension at the front of it. .html extension at the front of the file, so that your VS Code or your browser will understand that this is HTML file. Do you get?
Yeah.
So this is the basic structure. When I open my VS Code now, I will show you everything. They will also have, okay, basic structure of HTML documents. Now you have a dot type. It tells the version of the HTML. The dot type tells the version of the HTML. Then this HTML that you are seeing here is the HTML root element. It is the root element. Your HTML file must have this HTML element. Must have it. It is a must. Then followed by head. It is used to contain page HTML meta tag. Page HTML meta tag. Then you have title of the web page. Maybe the title of your web page is a portfolio website. You put it inside this title. Maybe it is house renting website. You put it on the title, so that when someone visits it, they will see it on the browser that, okay, this is what this website is used for. Do you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
So after the head element, you now see the body element. The body element is the one that actually holds the content of the HTML. It holds the content of the HTML. Now inside the okay, before I continue, you can see this head, abi. You have
Yeah.
head. You see another head here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this head now is the opening tag, while this one is the closing tag.
Okay.
Can you see the difference? See that one did not come with forward slash, while the other one come with forward slash.
Yes. Yes.
uh
Yes.
Yeah. So the first one stand for the opening tag, just like you are opening a bracket, closing the bracket. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's how it is with this one too. Then title too. You can see the title, opening tag. Then you see the page title. Then you see the closing tag.
Mm.
Same thing too. Coming back to this up, you see the HTML, the root element. You see it. You see the opening tag. Then if you come down, if you look down now, you see the closing tag that comes with forward slash.
Yeah.
So that's tell you that anything you are writing at all, it always have a opening tag and a closing tag.
Make closing tag.
Exactly. So after this head part, you see body. Body have opening tag, you also have a closing tag. Then inside the body, that's where you have the opening tag of h2, then the closing tag of H2. You have P as the opening tag of paragraph and closing tag of paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to explain to you here is that when it comes to HTML, after you don't pass this place, immediately you pass this place now, everything that you'll be doing will always be in opening tag and closing tag. Yes, exactly. Now, introduction to CSS, which is cascading style sheet. CSS is used to style the layout of the web page, which is the colors, the font, the spacing, then the animations. So there are some website that you see that when you visit the website, you see something dancing, or when you click on something, it will now move to the other side or to one side. What is used to design it is CSS and JavaScript. But we'll talk about CSS first. So you see HTML here, create the content and structure of the web page. Then CSS control the presentation and the styling of the web page. Then the two, when you combine the two together, it will now give you the complete web
Well,
page. So that's that for that. So the full meaning of CSS is cascading style sheet. That's the full meaning of the CSS. Cascading style sheet. All right. All right. I think that's all for this slide. So let me go to my notes. Let me go to my notes. Okay. Okay. So it's still the same thing, sha. This note still contains everything and it's in that's is inside that slide. So this front-end web development refers to a part of a website or web application that users see and interact with directly. Focus on how website looks, feels, and respond to user actions. The front end include elements such as layout, colors, font, button, text, images. So all those images that you see on websites, the font, the colors, the layout, everything, it's all about front end. Common front end language and technologies. We have talked about it. But JavaScript now, JavaScript is a programming language that adds interactivity to websites. It enables features such as animation, form validation. Form validation, you know that when you are trying to log into this website now, let's use this website as an example. When you put wrong password or you put wrong email, they will throw an error. You see something like red telling you that
yes.
invalid email or invalid password. So all those are JavaScript work. JavaScript work plus front end plus back end work. You understand? So JavaScript as front end guy is now working with back end guy, hereby telling you that error. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Then we have dynamic content update, user interaction without reloading of page, etc. So like dynamic content update, maybe um, let's say when you visit, you know that there's two two parts to website actually. There's which is called responsiveness. There's what we call desktop version, and we also have mobile phone or smaller device version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for especially for that mobile device version, when you visit some websites, you see a toggle bar like three lines. It will just show you pa. When you click on it, it will there's something that will slide inside, which is the sidebar. It will slide come inside. So that sidebar, that button that you're clicking, that sidebar that is sliding in, sliding out, all those one are content updates and they are being done with JavaScript. Yes, and it's only
Okay.
JavaScript that actually that can, though CSS can do it too, but before CSS will do it, you will write longer, like you write much code. You write much code. But for you to do it in a very smaller way, that's where JavaScript now comes in. That's the advantage of JavaScript. Now it will now allow you to write it in a smaller way for you not to stress yourself. So we also talk about front end framework and libraries. Okay, front end frameworks and libraries are collections of pre-written, take note, pre-written code that make development faster and more efficient. They help developers build complex interfaces easily. Example of them is React.js, Vue.js, Angular, Bootstrap, Tailwind CSS. Now, when it comes to frameworks, according to what I've written here, it's it's just like something that someone have already done for you. So all you just have to do is just add small things to it to make it a full website. So it enables you to develop faster and more efficiently. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So example, we have so many of them: React.js, Vue.js, Angular, Bootstrap, Tailwind, all those kind of stuff.
Oh,
So
but these things they are code now.
yes, they are code too. They are code. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we have people who specialize in front end development. They are called front end developers. They are called front end developers. Then we also have people who specialize in back end development. Those people are called back end developers. Do you understand?
Okay.
Then we
Yeah.
also have people who specialize in both of the part. They are called full stack. So they can
Full
do,
stack.
yeah, full stack.
Okay.
Yeah, they can do both. Let me just write it here so that you see it. Full stack developers, developers. Ehen. So they can write both the front end. They can also write both the back end too.
Okay.
Yeah. Then general development tools. We have talked about this last time. Code editors slash IDEs. These are tools used to write and manage code efficiently. Uh, which include Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text. I told you that Visual Studio Code is not the only, it's not the only platform that you use to write code.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something like that.
So we also have what we call Sublime Text. Sublime Text is still like Visual Studio Code, but what most people use these days is Visual Studio Code because it contains,
Why?
why? It's easy, like one of the easiest platform to use.
Mm.
Yeah. Then from there too, you can also install extensions that you can also use. Then we have Atom. Atom is used by some developer that specialize in some other programming language like
Okay.
Python, all those stuff, all those core programming language. Then we also have Notepad. Notepad is all those, pad now, normal phone pad.
Yes.
Uh, they have Notepad installed in them. So in case you don't have this thing, laptop, you can also use Notepad to write your code. Then we also talk about browser, which is Google Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and so forth and so on.
Mm.
So that's it. Then let me quickly, before we end, do you have been talking since? Do you have any question?
Me so far.
Yes, any question from this part to when we come to our notes? So what is your question?
I don't have any question so far. Well, you made mention of that Python language, right?
Yes, yes.
Are we also going to be considering that?
No, no, no. That is another programming language entirely. I don't do Python.
So we're basing on HTML and CSS.
HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Tailwind, then backend, PHP and Laravel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you know how to do that Python now?
No, I don't do Python.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Right. So let me open my VS Code and just show you some. Uh, I'm coming on. So this is HTML structure you are seeing here. Remember I show you about dot type HTML.
yeah.
This head. I show you head. I remember I told you
Okay.
that head is the part where it contains the metadata of the website,
Mm.
which is the titles and some other stuff. Then the head part also contains a link, like maybe you want to link to another file, or you want to link to your CSS file, or you want to link to another website. You can put the link in this head part. This head part. And note, anything that you put in this head part, you can't see them on the browser. The only thing you see on the browser is this title. And this title, yeah, this title that I'm talking about now, you only see
Mm.
it at the top, which is at the bar of the website or the browser. Let me open this and show you. Open with live server. You have installed live server that time now.
No, I think it's only that VS this thing that I install.
No, we install live server. We install live server.
Mm.
Yes. Go to extension. Eh, you you have opened your VS Code, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
If you go to extension now, you see all the extension that you have installed. For me, I have .NET, I have ESV7, I have live server. GitHub pilot. So when you open it, you'll see live server as extension. So let's continue. Open with live server. Alright. So this is an example of what you'll be doing. This one the things that we'll be doing. So this thing that you're seeing now, it looks appealing to your eye. Like it look great in your eye, right? Can
Yeah.
you hear me? Yeah. So but all these things that you're seeing now, they are done with HTML and CSS only. HTML and CSS only. HTML and CSS only. Use I said I want to show you the title part. Use it.
Mm.
Okay. You see the user profile here. Can you see it? Then you see the
Yeah,
IP
user
address. You see the you see the IP address I'm telling you about one two
yes.
seven dot zero dot zero dot one 5500.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's what I was telling you about. So this is HTML. This is how HTML structure look like. They are always into each other. They are always into each other. If you look at it now, you see we have body. Inside the body you have a div. You have a div. Inside the div you have another div.
Mm.
You have another div. Inside the another div you have another div. Inside that div you have icon, icon, all this kind of stuff. You understand? So they are always inside each other, always inside each other, always inside each other, till they form a complete house or a complete website. Now, let me remove this CSS now to show you simple how simple HTML structure look like. Now, I have removed the link to the CSS file for this particular project. Now look at it. Can you see how it look like? See the
Yeah.
image. See Bernard Asewa. My name is Asewa. I'm a full-time web developer. Hire me. See the
Mm,
icons.
mm,
See the followers. All this kind of stuff. Yeah. So, but if I put back this CSS, it will come to. So, what I'm showing now is basically how CSS work with HTML to form a complete website. Today I'll give you assignment to. I always give my student assignments so that
no problem.
I will know that you are following. Now, let me create a. Okay, this is a folder. Now, for you to start your project, right? I will explain
Mm,
this to you. Then I will not tell you should do it. You show it to me in our next meeting. For you to create a project, you will always have a folder. It You can name it anything. You can name the folder anything. Then inside the folder, you now open the folder in your VS Code. Example, look at this one now. I name this folder my profile. Then you now open the folder in your VS Code. When you open the folder in your VS Code, you now create your files. Style.css. If you are using style.css, okay, let me do a practical example for you now. Let me do a
okay.
practical example for you. So I will create a new new folder, new folder. I'll name it anything, new teaching or new class, new class. All right. Then I will click on it, more options. So I want to open it with VS Code. I can actually open it with Terminal, open it with Git Bash,
Okay.
but I want to open it with VS Code because I want to write code. So I open with code. All right. Now this is the folder. Now inside this folder now, I want to create two files. Two files. And one of the files is called. What's your name?
Flan. Or use visual.
Fijiro.
Yeah.
Fijiro dot html. All right. Then I want to create another file. Fijiro dot css. css. If you observe very well, right, the two
Mm,
the two logo, they are different.
okay. Yes.
Yes, they are different. That tells that this one stand for CSS and this one stand for HTML. Do you get?
Yeah.
Then you can
Which one is for
also,
CSS and which one is for HTML?
this one is for CSS. .css file. You can see it.
Yeah.
And it's HTML.
Okay.
Now you can also do it this way. Maybe you have so many files that you want to work with. You can create a project. So you can create a folder. Notice when I want to create a folder, this way I click on, and when I want to create a file, this way I click on. You
Okay.
understand? So you can say I want to create a new folder. Then let me say new folder, new folder. So inside the folder, I can now decide to create a file, new file, page0.html. You understand? You can also
Yeah.
create CSS file inside too. So that's how to create. That's how file works, because I have to teach you file, because maybe when you are working with developers now, you will not have issue with understanding files. So that's what I just teach you, how to open your file with your code, then how to work with files. Now, for me to now I want to show you how to write the basic structure of a website, just like this one that I show you. But this way will stop today, sha. Just like this one that I show you. So I want to show you how to write it with your code. Now I'm coming on. So if you
Mm.
look at your keyboard, you'll see shift. You'll see shift. Then go then where all those numbers, where you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Uh, on that
Mm.
number one, you see something like what is it called? Is it apostrophe or hyphen, something like that?
Apostrophe, yes.
This thing. Can you see it on my screen?
Yes.
Uh, you click on it. Like you click on enter. Okay, let me do it again. So if you click on shift, then click on that one, then click on enter. It will show you it will show you the structure, which is the skeleton part of the website, of a website or of your HTML. Have you done your own?
Okay, I should do it with you.
Yes, now do it now. Do it,
Okay.
do it, screenshot it, then send to me.
Okay.
Okay, okay, see, let's wait, hold on,
Yeah.
let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's end the call now, then.
Let's end the call.
No, like what I mean is that this is the end part of this particular class for today. Uh,
Okay.
the assignment is now that you create, wait, first assignment to first assignment, you create a folder, you create file, you create two files, you create HTML file, CSS file. Hmm? Then you
Okay.
create this thing that you are seeing on my screen now. That's the first assignment. The second assignment is um do more research on HTML and CSS. Do more research on HTML and CSS. Then anything that you get from the research, send it to me.
All right.
Yeah.
So we submitted one,
Submit deadline is a day before our next class.
which is on Wednesday.
Our next class is on Wednesday, Abi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so a day before that, which is on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any question?
Wait first. I'm trying to create this thing.
All right.
Let me try something. So
All right.
still not giving me what I need. Okay, but this video is recorded, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I will
Okay,
post it on my YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Okay, I will do the assignment. That's no problem.
All right. Okay. So, how's your body? I hope you are fine now.
Thank God. Though.
All right now, no problem. Yeah. All right now. Take care.
All right, boss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.